Hello everybody, Daz here. Today we'll continue to look at new laptops in my quest to replace my aging Dell Precision unit. For those of you who follow my channel might remember that I expressed my desire to move away from mobile desktop replacement type of laptops due to their weight. But when I was offered to review latest and greatest ThinkPad P50, I simply couldn't turn this offer down. ThinkPad name for laptops is as iconic as iPhone for cell phones or Ducati for motorcycles, and if any of you worked in high-tech industry or maybe in just a huge corporation, it's very good chance that you might have a ThinkPad in your life before, or maybe even now. Also, ThinkPad users typically quite loyal to the brand, praising overall build quality and specific features such as laptop keyboard. So you can understand now that with all above there was no chance I would miss the opportunity to review greatest and latest laptop from Lenovo. ThinkPad P50 base unit is listed at Lenovo shop for about 1900 Canadian or about 1600 US, but price can go up pretty quick with upgrades. My specification was basically double at almost 3800 Canadian after I added more powerful processor, better GPU, 4K display, more RAM and storage, as well as few other goodies. I will talk more a bit later. Few words about Quadro GPUs to clean a few things up. My P50 was equipped with a top-of-the-line model for 15.6-inch display, a Quadro M2000M. But it is important to remember that Quadro series of NVIDIA GPUs are certified and optimized for professional applications in science, engineering, medical, and list going on. Those GPUs are not for gaming, and in most cases they will fall into about mid-range of consumer GPUs. Having said that, it doesn't mean that you cannot game on a Quadro series, it just won't be on the level of flagship gaming cards. Here's a small chart for M2000M GPU installed in P50 we're discussing now, and you can see that you can forget about 4K gaming pretty much, and you can have okay result for 1080p resolutions. So if you're less interested in your engineering studies than in your gaming, this laptop is not for you. But if you're serious about your career, ThinkPad is as a statement. Let's look at the laptop itself. Strictly from a hardware specs, I had quad i7-6820 CPU, 16GB DDR4 RAM and dual GPU setup between Intel 530 graphics and NVIDIA Quadro, 256GB M.2 SSD drive and 16.6 4K IPS display in non-touch configuration. On exterior side, as expected from a mobile workstation, P50 has plenty of ports such as SD card, express card, smart card readers, headset jack, total of 4 USB 3.0, one of them is PowerShare, display, and HDMI video out, and USB Type-C/Thunderbolt port. And finally, real RJ45 Ethernet jack, which is totally priceless in case you need to configure some telecom or networking equipment. If there's still not enough for you, for a price, a docking station option is available, which is also quite helpful to avoid attaching and reattaching cables to the laptop itself. A little bit more about expandability options. Looking at the back, we have a detachable battery, which is still I found as a central feature for the future battery replacement, or in a case you need to carry an extra battery for off-site type of the work. Plenty of ventilation slots are also indication of the need to cool high-end hardware it's installed in the system. And finally, a detachable panel for potential user upgrades. Under the back cover, we can see 2 out of 4 memory slots, and 2 other slots allocated under the keyboard that can be removed by undoing 3 clearly marked screws. There's no surprises if you have plans to beef your memory. Upgrading storage is totally different story. Laptop has 2 slots for M.2 SSDs and 1 slot for a standard 2.5-inch drive or SSD. Unfortunately, all storage options are required proprietary card and connector. If you skip ordering storage options from Lenovo, you are out of luck with adding more drives later. On the same note, user-accessible BIOS is seriously crippled. You can set some basic settings, but there are no access to configuring RAID and many other options any computer user get accustomed to those days. So keep those limitations in mind. Back to laptop main working surface, matte 4K display is excellent. Viewing angles are 180 degrees, very low glare from the bright objects. Brightness is more than adequate for working outside and even on a sunny day. It was huge difference from XPS 13 I reviewed in previous episode. You can use laptop on the go without much trouble. Another nice feature that I always value is backlit keyboard with 2 levels brightness. Many ThinkPad users consider ThinkPad keyboards absolutely the best. I like layout and visual indication of some keys being activated, but I cannot say that keyboard typing was out of this world. It was decent, but I feel a little soft for my liking. Touchpad is mixed bag. On one side, 6 keys is great, very useful. On the other side, non-centered position was annoying and sensitivity was really awful. If you have dry hands, you almost need scratch touchpad to move cursor on the screen. It's finally why they make it gray. My OCD was seriously hurt with it. Remaining laptop features are 720p webcam in good position on top of the screen bezel, fingerprint scanner for easy login, and finally a surprise feature of built-in screen color calibration sensor. This was the first thing I did after powering a laptop, and the result was excellent. All you need to do is to run application, close it for 5 minutes and wait till laptop stops beeping and the red lights on the logo turn solid. An essential feature if you're working with images or video. An external monitor is often an important feature for mobile workstation, so I tested that as well. The 24-inch 1920 by 1080 monitor was not a problem whatsoever. I managed to run it at 60 MHz and GPU even not running cooling fan at all times. Managing second 40-inch 4K monitor was not a problem either, which essentially makes this as a 4K dual monitor setup. Running 2 different 4K streams on both screens made the laptop to spin all fans, but it worked with no major issues whatsoever. So here we have a new ThinkPad P50 mobile workstation with a lot of features packed in this little body. Would I pick up it for myself? In line of my current work, probably not. This will be an overkill for my office needs, and 5-pound weight to carry every day is not what I'm looking for at this time. But there's a lot of people who are pushing frontiers of science and can benefit from this system fully. Thank you for watching. Next in line, another ultra portable laptop from Dell. Stay tuned for that.